I want Lee to learn Miyagi karate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Han. I wish I could help you.
You will.
I'm not coming to New York.
I will see you in the Big Apple.
Oh, Daniel-san, how far you have come. In honor of the release of Karate Kid Legends, we'll take a look back at the Karate Kid for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Released in 1987 by the infamous LJN Publishing Company, it is loosely based on the first two films of the franchise. Loosely. I mean, let's face it, the entirety of the first movie is packed into the first 4 rounds of the game. Right at the get-go, you're thrust into the All-Valley Tournament to determine the definitive karate champion in all of the Valley. 4 rounds, 4 fighters, and they go by like that. You can barely even register that each opponent gets a little bit tougher in regards to health bars. By the time you reach the final round, you may be asking the game creators, is this really Johnny Lawrence?
Seconded.
According to Wikipedia, we can only assume it is. See, that's where I get all my information. The first movie isn't all that difficult. You keep spamming attacks until the opponent goes down. Kinda like Link when he dies in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. In Stage 2, Daniel-san arrives in Okinawa. Just like that, we're in Karate Kid Part 2. And if you thought the first game was easy, boy are you gonna be annoyed. The beginning stages acted much like a traditional fighting game, but now we're switching it up to side-scrolling beat-em-up action. Except the fact that the up button is still used to jump, which makes for horrendous platforming mechanics. Especially when you're trying to jump over the inevitable gaps in between floors. Not only are you contending with constantly respawning enemies and obstacles on screen, but you're also dealing with the constant knockback that many difficult NES games are known for. Which of course makes for a very frustrating time. The only way you might get some fun out of the game is if you use cheats. For instance, the almost infinite energy cheat code. So at least then you'll only have to worry about Daniel falling down chasms to his eventual doom, instead of being defeated by some lowly minion that happens to catch you off guard. Speaking of minions, the bosses of each level always seem to be chosen from the second film. And he's not much harder to beat than any of the other minions in the game. It's basically the first part all over again. In terms of power-ups, you can collect the letters C and D. Not brought to you by Sesame Street. C, which I can only assume stands for crane kick, gives you 2 bars of health and the ability to do a crane kick, which seems to defeat an enemy in a single blow. The D's, which you might think stand for Daniel-san, actually stand for drum punches, which are similar. But I've never gotten any in the game. I've only ever had it happen once, and it hits you, like, in a split second. There are also hostages in the game that are in the form of a little girl, a monkey, and Mr. Miyagi. Collect them, and you receive a full-fledged 8 bars of health, because you'll probably need it. The side-scrolling levels aren't too different from one another. In Stage 3, you're battling enemies as well as a typhoon, which is constantly pushing you back. In the final stage, you're facing an uphill battle, almost literally, because of how many hills there are, as well as rolling rocks that come around at the most inopportune times. I hate it. So what else can I say about The Karate Kid for the NES, published by LJN? Go watch the movie instead. Any of them, you'll probably spend more time and have more fun than playing this sorry piece of plastic and metal. Unless, of course, you're more akin to playing games a different way than on actual hardware these days. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? But I do recommend gaming on physical hardware every now and then. It does have a certain nostalgic charm to it, if you envision yourself doing that sort of thing. Besides, as the old Men's Warehouse commercials used to say, you're gonna like the way you look.
I guarantee it.